With the government shutdown underway, the clock is ticking to the next big deadline. On October 17th, the U.S. will hit the debt ceiling, putting the country at risk of defaulting on its debt. President Obama is scheduled to meet with bank executives over the debt ceiling, among them Jamie Dimon, the CEO of J.P. Morgan. President Obama has touted Mr. Dimon for his financial expertise.
J.P. Morgan is one of the best managed banks there is. Jamie Dimon, the head of it, is one of the smartest bankers we got. This is the best, or one of the best managed banks.
Right.
You could have a bank that isn't as strong, isn't as profitable, making those same bets, and we might have had to step in.
Well, the meeting with President Obama and Mr. Dimon comes as the bank finds itself in hot water. The Justice Department is now investigating J.P. Morgan for allegedly misrepresenting toxic home loans it sold. According to the Wall Street Journal, the bank is offering the government $3 billion to settle. Regulators are reportedly looking for $11 billion. It would be the largest fine in U.S. banking history. This isn't the first legal snafu for J.P. Morgan. Under Dimon, he had to go to the Hill to defend the London whale. The billions of dollars of trading losses the bank suffered after a very risky hedge that did not pay off. But lawmakers seem to be forgiving.
You're obviously renowned, rightfully so, I think, as being one of the most, one of the best CEOs in the country for financial institutions.
But let's not forget that J.P. Morgan was among the banks that benefited from the taxpayer bailout in 2008. As head of the bank, Dimon oversaw the transfer of $25 billion from the U.S. Treasury Department. Being in relatively good shape compared to other banks, Dimon said he didn't really need the money, but took it anyway because the Treasury Secretary told him to. Either way, J.P. Morgan is among the banks that many still call too big to fail. Well, after the taxpayer bailout, some lawmakers are worried that we've learned nothing from the recent past.
I'd like to go to the question about too big to fail, that we haven't gotten rid of it yet. And so now we have a double problem, and that is that the big banks, big at the time that they were bailed out the first time, have gotten bigger.
Well, despite the legal battles and the criticism, there are plenty of people backing Dimon, hailing him as a banking hero. His supporters believe he is one of the special few that's smart enough to manage a big bank.
Even with all of these losses, the company continues to churn out, tens of billions of dollars in earnings and hundreds of billions of dollars in revenue. How do you criticize that?
Well, I think a lot of their earnings and revenue we've seen have come from really shady dealings that they've been.
Oh, come on.
Well, at the end of the day, that is his job, to make money, and the numbers show that he's doing an excellent job with that. The question is, at whose expense? In Washington, Liz Wahl, RT.